Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Kenny?
Howdy.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. Just looking into some stuff before we get into this bad boy.
What you looking into?
Wide receivers right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looking at free agents. Looking at some free agent guys. We better bring back Julio.
Hey, don't rule it out.
Hey, your dad's in the chat.
My dad.
Yeah.
What's up, Dad?
What's up? What's up? He said, "What's up, little buddy?" Yeah, I've been looking at wide receivers, trying to figure out what we about to do.
What we talking about?
I mean, we don't have much Brave stuff to talk about.
Not really.
Spring training kind of rolling on. I mean, we got big fifth
Spring
starter news, but
spring training, kind of training.
they kind of training at this point. We got some fifth starter news.
My blurry.
You bright, you real bright.
Turn my brightness down a lot.
Yeah, you looking a little pale over there.
Why does it look like this?
There you go. Well, you're almost there.
That's as low as it goes. Something ain't right.
Hmm. I don't know.
Let's see here.
But we can talk about the Braves for a minute. Then we'll talk about. I mean, all I have is Braves and NFL offseason stuff.
That's pretty much all there is.
Yeah. Little Braves, little off-season action.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Oh, I know what it is. I'll be right back, Jake.
Copy that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Rankin, Case Keenum. There we go. How you get the
I
backlight going?
we got all these Amazon boxes stacked up for Brooks's birthday,
Okay.
so I didn't go back there and turn my lamp on because it's kind of blocking the way.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie move.
You gotta have some other light going.
I think we in there.
Oh yeah, you looking nice and clean now.
I think we in there now. All right, so what are we talking about? So we ain't got much braids.
Not much
I'm ready.
praise.
I haven't done one yet, but I'm excited to do a mock draft episode.
I've dabbled a little bit in there. It gets a little tough. I ain't gonna lie. It gets a little tough with some of those guys because you're like, man, this guy has to be off the board by now. But honestly, like, I think about somebody like corners. And like I have a hard time really grading this cornerback class. Looking at this cornerback class and deciding this guy's gonna get picked over this guy or this guy's gonna get picked over this guy. Hell, Keely Ringo was like a top 10 pick for a little bit, and then a lot of people thought he was gonna be a first round guy. Now a lot of people are rating him as like the 40th overall prospect. So he might not be a guy who goes in the first round. So
I don't
like
know.
now we're kind of at the point where I don't really know what's going on. I've seen people mocking Nolan Smith as high as 8. I've seen people not mocking him as low as like 30. So I don't know a guy like that where his stuff's gonna lie. Seems like the Virginia corner is the guy that's like number one pretty universally
Yeah.
right now. Can't
Oh,
remember
that
his
Texas
name.
Tech guy.
Yeah. You
What's his
Texas
name?
Tech. Tyree Wilson has been
Yeah,
he's been except like going up boards like crazy.
yeah. I've seen him number one on a lot of people's boards.
He's got crazy physicals. That's the main reason. He's like the same size as that Iowa guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's been flying up a lot of people's boards for pass rushers. I saw.
I saw somebody drop a mock draft today saying the top 4 picks are all going to be quarterbacks.
Hey, I mean, the thing that gets me is at 3. Let me pull up draft order because I was actually talking to Austin about this the other day.
I got it up
Getting
right
his.
in front of me right now.
So,
3 changes a lot of stuff if they
so
stay or if they don't.
it's Carolina, Houston, Arizona, Indy, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have Indy trading up to 3
That's interesting.
from 4. And at first I was like, why would they trade up for one spot? But I guess,
They trying to watch. They trying to watch Vegas.
yeah, somebody else trading up to 3
They trying to keep their eye on Vegas at 7. That's what I would think.
or Tampa.
Or
A
Tampa.
lot, a lot of people, I've seen that a lot recently. People talking about Tampa taking a quarterback because they signed Baker this year to most likely start. It's just a 1-year deal. But to me, I mean, I get bringing a guy like Baker in to push Trask. But to me, if you're bringing Baker Mayfield in, you don't like Kyle Trask very much.
Maybe, but I mean, how
I just
much?
think you could
I'm
go
gonna
get somebody
say.
else.
I'm
Like,
gonna say this. I don't know how much better Baker is than a Taylor Heineke and a Jacoby Brissett, who both just got signed behind quarterbacks that have been said are going to be starters for their teams.
oh no, I agree. I'm just saying, like, you bring Baker in to, I mean, they're not announcing a starter. They're saying it's an open competition between Baker and Kyle Trask. You take so Baker's the first out of, or I guess Heineke was the first one to get signed out of
And
the
then we saw
3.
Baker, and then we saw Brissett earlier today.
Heineke signed as a clear backup.
I
Like,
would take Brissett over any of them, me personally.
off rip, Heineke went off the board.
Yeah,
Tampa was looking at Brissett and Baker, and for whatever reason went with Baker. So if you take Baker to compete for a starting job with your guy, and then you got Jacoby Brissett and Taylor Heineke, I mean, I think Baker's pretty, in my opinion, I think Baker's clearly at least more
talented.
proven than Heineke.
I think he's more
I'll say
talented too.
proven.
I don't think Heineke's. I
I
think
think
talent
Baker's
is the thing that he lacks the most.
I think Baker's the most talented out of the 3. Brissett's probably the smartest, and Heineke
The
is
biggest
just,
dog. He's like
yeah, he's
the
just a dog.
biggest tryhard.
Right. So I get that if you're Tampa, I guess, but that's just the thing that gets me is when you got three guys in Heineke, Baker, and Brissett. Even if you throw Heineke out of there and just say Baker and Brissett, and I mean I don't think there was ever even a question Jacoby Brissett was not getting a starting job in the NFL, like at least not handed to him.
I agree.
So for a team to consider Baker Mayfield, who talent-wise might be a tier above, but for the current day and age is in the same tier as Jacoby Brissett. So for a team to consider that same tier quarterback as a day one starter makes me question if they like Kyle Trask at all.
No,
Because
I
like if
agree.
you
And then they say open competition. It is kind of like a lot of weird things going on there.
it seems like the Baker Sam Darnold situation. Like when Carolina traded for Baker, the first thing they said was he's going to compete with Sam Darnold, and 3 days later they named him the starter.
Yes, I agree, but at that point, Baker and Sam Darnold were kind of at the same level of playtime. Like you kind of knew what you were getting with Sam Darnold and knew what you were getting with Baker. This is kind of a
Yeah,
little bit
that's true.
different. Where with Trask, you have no idea. Well, I want to say we have no idea what we're getting. I'm sure they
Yeah,
have somewhat of an idea of what
I
they're
guess
going to
they've
get out
seen
of
him
him.
for 2 years or whatever, but no playing time. I don't even know if he's taking a snap.
I don't think he has that I can remember.
Yeah, I think they said Baker started like I don't know 60 games, thrown for like 102 touchdowns, and Kyle Trask was 0-0.
That's a Patriots move right there. Patriots signed James Robinson.
It's a great deal for them because they lose Damian Harris, don't they?
Mm-hmm. 2 years, 8 mil, max value of 8 mil. So
Dude, I feel bad for James Robinson.
me too.
Dude has done nothing in his career but rush for 1,200 yards.
They draft Travis Etienne, he gets up the team.
They
Let's get out of
draft
here, brother.
Travis Etienne, who is, I mean, in NBA terms, offensive rookie of the year,
Thanks.
and then trade him to a team that has the actual rookie of the year had he not gotten hurt at running back.
Yeah, that is pretty
That's
convenient. The running back train took place today. Today was definitely the running back day.
dude.
Saw a lot of guys move.
Why is the NFC South loading up?
I don't know. I'm not too worried about I'll be honest with you, and this is gonna be a terrible thing to say because I love him as a person. And as a player, he's a solid player. But I honestly don't think Jamal Williams is that good.
I don't really know.
I watched Detroit play a good bit of times last year. He does score a lot of touchdowns. But I mean, you can just look at his stats on touchdowns. It's all like 1 yard, 2 yard, 3 yard carries. He gets a ton of carries a game. He did with
He's got
Detroit.
he's got Ezekiel Elliott touchdowns.
Yes, and I, and
Shouldn't
I
take
think I think Zeke's going to go to a relatively big team. Zeke just seems like one of those guys going to jump on board with one of these players, like RB2 with the Chargers.
They're saying Tampa.
I was thinking Tampa too, but I was sitting there thinking I don't know. Maybe
I
Zeke
think
might like to
Tampa
go there. He'd
was
be a good retirement place to go, but
I think Tampa's offensive line was 32nd in the NFL in run block win percentage last year. So that would not be ideal for Zeke because I think he had like 3 yards of carry last year.
no, if I'm Zeke, I'm going to a team that needs like a true RB2 like power back guy. Somebody can kind of split
Not
reps with.
Denver.
Denver makes
Because
sense.
Javonte's going to miss time.
Yeah, Javonte's gonna miss time.
So you start off the year with all the carries and then work Javonte in later
Who
in the
took
year.
over for Denver after they cut Melvin Gordon?
Wasn't it didn't they have Latavius?
Yep, Latavius Murray. That's it. Because he's the
Yeah.
one that was texting Sean Payton in the offseason
That,
saying
yeah.
he's trying to get him to Denver.
They signed somebody else too, I think. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I think what I've been reading up on here lately is D Hop.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Apparently
a pretty big cog.
he's got really, really good relationships with Dallas and Kansas City.
Dallas would be crazy.
Dallas would be crazy. I mean, they'd both
Kansas
be
City would be
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, no doubt. But like,
The thing with Kansas City is they couldn't afford them, and then Pat just restructured and cleared like $12 million. So,
my thing with Kansas City is Kansas City is already on a championship level. I talked about with Dallas last year. I thought Dallas was close to a championship level last year, but they kind of got exposed by not having that number 2 target. I
Kansas
mean,
City's definitely on championship level, but I think losing Juju hurts them quite a bit.
I do too. I just have a feeling that with Kansas City that I don't want to say this is like it's going to sound kind of ignorant. I almost feel like anybody you put out at wide receiver is going to be successful in that system.
I agree. It's like New England.
It's just such a smart system. They run a lot of like weird stuff that not many teams run, not many teams are used to. They
It's
kind of
like
give like a playground
Brady, New
style.
England.
Yeah, Brady, New England. Exactly. You kind of put
When
any
you have
wide
a
receiver there, give a quarterback like that, he's going to get you the rock.
Yeah, obviously Patrick Mahomes is a better athlete than Tom Brady, but when you have a quarterback that puts the ball in your face mask, if you just do what you're told with a really good scheme, you're going to produce. I mean,
Yeah,
he's, probably like top 20. I'd have to do some deep digging, but he's probably like top 20 wide receivers that I've seen in my lifetime that I've been like, holy crap, this dude's a beast. And that'd be Wes Welker. And I don't know if you put Wes Welker on any other team for his entire career if he comes close to what he did with Brady.
facts. We saw that with multiple guys. We saw Welker go down to Denver, and he was had Peyton, and the production
Yeah,
disappeared. I mean,
yeah, gone.
we saw who was the other guy with Edelman? Amendola. Amendola went down to Miami. Never heard anything
Yeah.
about him.
Chris Hogan went to New York.
Mm-hmm. Hogan
Then
left.
he retired and went to play professional lacrosse.
Yeah, I mean they had plenty of those type of guys that just disappeared after they
I
left
think
New England.
I think Edelman could have done it.
Mm-hmm. Edelman reminds me of Thielen. I feel like could
Yeah.
play a pretty similar role. I think Thielen's significantly bigger than Edelman. I think
Yeah, I
Thielen's
think
actually a
Thielen's
pretty
like
big guy.
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. Well,
Big
Edelman's
boy
like
too.
5'11", 5'10".
Apparently Thielen has like a legitimate chance to be a professional golfer.
Oh, he's that. I heard him on Pat's show that one time. He was talking about golfing.
I heard AJ Hawk talking about him on something else, and like he's like shoots like 71 every day.
Honestly, I know we joked around about it one time, but it might be true. I mean, Kenny Galladay wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. The
The
Falcons.
Falcons,
Yeah.
dude, call me crazy.
I mean,
I don't care.
one year, cheaper deal. Talking about like 7 mil.
What's our cap looking like? We got to
I
be
don't
what?
know. I don't know. That's the problem. Over the cap, which is the thing that almost everything uses to track salary cap, has us at $38 million available. The only problem is it hasn't updated quite yet. Like it does have Taylor Heineke, it does have Anyamata, it does have Jonnu Smith, but we're missing that linebacker whose name is slipping my mind right now, and we're also missing Jesse Bates, which Jesse Bates is obviously the real big one.
We got to be like 20.
I want to say it's going to be low. I'm pretty sure Jesse Bates has like a $24 million cap hit year one.
What do you need for a rookie class? 10.
Yes. Let's
So
just
we
say
got.
Jesse Bates has a $20 million cap hit. That takes us down to 18.
So you got Kenny Galladay money, and that's it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That's come. I'm thinking we might. This regime so far, this Terry Fontenot regime, has seemed like they love to target skilled guys in round one, just from what we've seen. I mean, maybe it's just coincidental, but ever since Fontenot has taken over, it has been AJ Terrell, Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
Yeah.
And arguably Kyle Pitts draft class that was not the position of need. Like that was not the position that everybody was like clamoring for us to draft.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's reasoning that they feel like they can find guys to get down in the trenches later on in the draft, which it did seem like that last year. Obviously, we drafted Arnold Ebiketie and D'Angelo Malone, a couple different guys to try to fill those roles. But I'm kind of feeling that same way this year with the slight need. I would not be surprised if we draft wide receiver 2 years in a row. Do we draft it at 8? I don't know. We might not. I don't know if there's a wide receiver that really just, like I don't know if whenever you get to pick 8, I'm assuming every wide receiver will still be on the board. I don't know if there's a guy that just like jumps off the board. Is like, okay, you have to take this guy at 8.
Genuine question here, because I saw some people debating it. I know my answer. You know my answer. I just want to know your answer. If you're Tampa and you're looking for a potential day one starter, Baker Mayfield or Carson Wentz?
All right. I'm gonna say this, and this Carson Wentz topic is a very sensitive subject to discuss because I know a lot of people have different thoughts on Carson Wentz and what his NFL ability is. And Baker Mayfield is also a very sensitive subject, right? We're talking about two guys that are very, very, very. We've seen them play at high levels. We've seen them play at damn low levels. I do think that Carson Wentz has a higher high than Baker Mayfield. But throughout what Carson Wentz has been throughout his career, I honestly have a question that if he has something wrong with him. I don't know if it's a locker room issue, like not anything like mental or like I don't know if it's like locker room issues or what it is, but everywhere Carson Wentz goes, it seems like it's a problem. And I don't know if it's just play on the field. Like you sign a quarter like Russell Wilson last year. Everybody hated Russell Wilson. He sucked with Denver, but nobody's talking about him getting cut or him getting released. It's just oh yeah, we're gonna run it back with Russ next year. Carson Wentz went to Indy and he wasn't great. It's like yeah, which I don't know. Indy's like that. Indy's been like that for a while.
I don't
You don't
know.
have
Phil looked good.
Yeah, Phil did look good. He wrapped things up. But honestly, I think Philip Rivers would still be playing now if Indy would have kept him around. Just from what I've heard about him saying how the rumor that he was discussing with teams in the second half of last year.
My dad said that we need to say hello to Miss Paris.
Hello, Miss Paris. Welcome
Hello.
to Peach State Tailgate.
Welcome to the show, Miss Paris.
The show hasn't even started yet. It's 9:30. We got to get the thing rolling.
We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
James Robinson, 2 years, $8 million.
Yeah. Low contract.
Dude, I would taken that on Falcons. We don't even need a run back.
To be honest with you, I was circling Zeke as a Carolina guy until they went out and got didn't they get Miles Sanders today?
Yeah.
I was thinking that Carolina seemed like a pretty solid fit. I don't know. He kind of melds too well with Deontay Foreman. Their play styles are a little bit too similar. I think Miles Sanders is a stud to go there though.
Perfect. Oh, dude. Imagine they draft Bryce. That dynamic between what Bryce has had throughout his entire career at Alabama to Deontay Foreman and Miles Sanders out of the backfield. I mean, it'd be like butter.
Yes. I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to.
Yeah, he's going to throw
it
it
like butter. Ian Thomas.
Yeah, Ian Thomas is getting the ball every play, but other than that, Curtis Samuel. Oh wait,
DJ Moore.
Have nobody. Dude.
No, I can't think of a wide receiver they have on their roster. Terrence Marshall.
Oh, there you go. He's all right.
Still wide receiver 1. To be honest, though,
have to get somebody.
To be honest, though, I bet people look at the Falcons and say the same thing. Like name a wide, like even as a Falcons fan, try to think deep and name a wide receiver on the Falcons right now besides Drake London. Zacchaeus is a free agent. I mean, I think
Demir free agent.
I would think maybe Demir Bird or Frank Darby would be my two. Frank Darby's a dead money guy, so never mind. He's definitely not under contract. Let me go through our contracts guys under contract. I don't know if we have. As weird as it's gonna sound, I don't know if we have another wide receiver. Avery Williams was running back last year.
I mean,
Frank Darby is still considered on our payroll, but he's dead money.
You're forgetting the best wide receiver on the team.
Oh, Jared Bernhardt. Yep, there he is.
You're forgetting Big J.
Big J, Jared Bernhardt, preseason legend.
Just throw him in there. Just let it see what happens.
Give my guy a try.
Yeah, just let him run, dude. Who cares?
Justin Schaefer's also listed in dead money. Did he get cut? I'm assuming so.
Pretty sure.
Marlon Davidson, lost cause.
I wonder what
Lorenzo Carter's dead money. Didn't he get? But he got re-signed. Did he get cut and then re-signed?
No, this is not correct at all because there's no way Frank Clark is 29.
Years old?
Yes.
Is he really 29 years old?
Yes.
Didn't he play with Seattle for like 10 years before? He played with Seattle for 4 years. It felt like it was 10.
He got drafted in 15?
That don't seem right. I would have guessed.
Drafted after 12. Andrew Luck?
I would have guessed 12. If you asked me Frank Clark's age right now, I would have said 34.
Falcons, what are we doing? He's an available free agent. He's 29 years old, and he's second all-time in postseason sacks.
Facts. Damn, Frank. I ain't gonna lie though. He did. This is no disrespect to Frank Clark. I would like to have him on the Falcons. He did fall off after he left Seattle though. I mean, he's been
Yes, he
good in
did.
Kansas City, but we're talking
He
about
has
in
been good,
Seattle. He
but
had a 10-sack season, a 9-sack season, and a 13-sack season his last 3 years in Seattle. 3 of his
he's been
first 4 years, he had almost double-digit sacks.
he's a postseason monster.
He did have 8 sacks year one in Kansas City. It's kind of dropped off since then, though. I'm ready
And
for Ebiketie. I think Ebiketie's going to be that 10-sack guy this year.
who's Kansas City's DC?
Shoo. Oh, I don't know.
Spagnola.
Yep, Steve Spagnuolo. That's it.
He's kind of a sack by committee guy, though.
Yeah, they don't really rack up individual numbers a lot.
Yeah, I mean Chris Jones, but he's probably second best defensive
Interior
tackle in the
lineman.
game.
Well, might be the best now, depending on what Aaron Donald's doing this year.
Probably right.
Aaron Donald did have in his Instagram bio, like right at the Pro Bowl, he was a retired NFL player and then took it out. So I don't know. Then they traded Ramsey. They were talking about trading Stafford.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
And then McVay came back. Damn it, my prediction didn't pay off. I predicted McVay. You remember that? I predicted McVay wasn't coming back. Now, if there's a moment there, I didn't think I thought it was going to happen. I thought he was retiring. But hey.
Is it not crazy that Mike Gesicki's unsigned?
That is insane to me. Honestly, I did not know he was a free agent until what Tyler said he was going to the Chiefs or something.
I don't remember.
Somebody said something about him in the in our group chat, and I was like, huh. I mean, honestly, Shaquille Griffin's not signed either. He's a guy I wouldn't hate. But like I said, money's tight right now.
He just got cut. Anthony Walker for Cleveland. Mason Crosby's a free agent.
A lot of people have also kind of circled Leonard Floyd as a
Robert Tonyan.
Big Bob.
Big Bob's a free agent.
Ben Jones is a pretty...
Jarvis. Bring Jarvis to Atlanta. Dude, I would love that for Drake.
Yeah, Jarvis would be pretty intriguing. I saw him earlier.
Big play threat, but like just veteran presence in the locker room. What better guy can you get than Jarvis Landry?
It's true. Honestly, I think we might sign one of these low-level centers, too. Not low-level, but lower level. I could see a center being a thing. I don't know, though. Center's a tough position for the Falcons. We have 2 guys that are kind of like you have circled. Like, okay, these guys could step up and be, like, league average guys.
Was Dahlman bad?
I don't think Dahlman was too bad. Center's a hard position to really judge play, though. It ain't like you're going to give up many sacks to center. So it's like, I feel like tackles are the big positions you kind of circle. Like, as a fan, watching the screen with your eyes. Tackles are the easiest position. You're like, okay, this guy sucks.
For this Falcons team, how old is too old to sign like core offensive lineman?
I don't have an age to me. I would say
he's 33 years old, but
I was about to say
Ben Jones got cut.
Yeah, Ben Jones was a guy. Yeah, Ben Jones, definitely. Ben Jones is a stud.
Rodney Hudson's a free agent?
Isaiah Wynn is a free agent too. That's a guy that, and not for the Falcons, obviously. He's a tackle, but it intrigued me he was a free agent. I didn't know that until earlier today.
I was on my soapbox talking to Austin the other day before we signed McGarry back. I said, what you do is you trade 8 for a late first and an early second. You take Broderick Jones in the late first. You take a pass rusher in the early second. Problem solved.
That's true. And then they said, you know what? We're signing McGarry to 3 or 33 mil.
And I said, okay, I like that better.
If he keeps up what he did last year, that's a damn good signing to me.
Graham Glasgow is a free agent.
It's so crazy how Lamar just went out the window. Like, it got quiet and now nobody talks about like what the hell the Ravens going to do if Lamar leaves? Because they didn't tender Tyler Huntley, so
they went after Baker.
They gonna be. I mean, they don't have a first this year either. They don't have a first.
They went after somebody else too. They went after Baker, and it'll come to me in a little bit. I saw the report today after Tampa signed him, but Baker was in talks with the Ravens.
Is Harbaugh going to get Matt Ryan?
He might. Matt Ryan can run that offense.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Marcus Mariota seems like a day one fit though. Like for that